go. 2 days in a row for Writing with Rex with your host, the Theosaurus Rex. If you listen to last week's, I said I was going to do stuff, and I didn't do it. I ended up talking to my mom and dad on the phone on the rest of my ride home after I left my destination. So, that didn't work very well. Anyway, on episodes of Writing with Rex, I took the idea from the Christian commute. He has a long commute home, and so he gets and talks about stuff. He does a little different. I definitely recommend you check out his podcast. And yeah, so it's all taken in one take. Now, if I hate the way that it starts, I'll redo it a couple times if need be. Or if I just feel the whole thing was a rambling mess, I won't even post it. Sometimes I will, but I don't always. Last week, or yesterday, was the beginning of the Lent season. If you are a Catholic, I am still protesting. However, I don't have really an issue with Lent. So I wanted to kind of talk about that today. Why do I, as a Protestant, observe Lent? And what do I do kind of differently? So here we go. Well, first off, if I don't attend like an Ash Wednesday service per se, nor do I get the ashes put on my forehead or anything like that. I have been to a Catholic church on Ash Wednesday and done that. I think it was a pretty cool experience, but it's not anything I usually do. I also wait a day and start the day after Ash Wednesday. This has happened. I do this for a couple reasons. Number one, because since I'm not like Catholic and I don't follow that kind of stuff, I don't know when it is, and a lot of times it's not until Ash Wednesday that I'm like, whoops, yeah, I need to do this. Secondly, it comes from the idea that like a lot of times I'll give up Facebook or some aspect of social media or something like that, and so if you do the normal time Ash Wednesday, you can partake in the stuff on Easter. Well, what am I doing all Easter morning? I'm catching up on my Facebook, catching up on some other kind of stuff. It's not worth it. So I abstain through there. Let's see, what are some other things? So why do I do it? Why do I, as a Protestant, do this? Because I asked a couple of my friends, like, oh, what are you giving up for Lent? I'm giving up papal traditions. What? What are you doing for Lent? I'm not doing that because I'm a Protestant. Okay? That's totally fine. You don't have to. So why do I do it? Well, I look at what is the heart of Lent, and like, why do they do it? They do it to what is it called? To almost commiserate with Christ, to suffer in a way that that Christ suffered, not the exact same way, but in a way, and that suffering is supposed to bring to mind. It's supposed to be a struggle for you, so that you can remember what Christ did, and it has extra, kind of extra special meaning. And I think that's cool. I think it's a very interesting point. A lot of people I know, especially a lot of my female friends, especially the younger ones, will give up like chocolate. Some will give up TV and stuff like that. Not always food, which I think is cool. And so here's the way that I see it. I look at it as, so what's something I can do, what's something I can give up that is something that isn't inherently bad, but that I don't necessarily need in my life for a little bit, and then take the time that I would have spent doing that, or if it's something that costs money, the money that I would have spent doing that, and putting it towards bettering my relationship with Christ through if it's like time-wise. For instance, past number of years I've given up Facebook. So take the time that I would have spent on Facebook, while sitting in a restaurant, just, going around minding my own business, whatever. And maybe I'll start reading a book to help me get to know Jesus better. I'll read the Bible. I'll spend that time in prayer. Listen to some worship music, whatever the case is. So it's to redirect myself that way. And it's been a really cool, I am significantly less stressed. I don't know why I go back to Facebook over and over again. Well, I do. I think a lot of it has to do with, what's it called? with connecting with people. It's just a really easy place to connect with people. There's a lot of dumb people I deal with on there, but I don't know that overshadows the benefit of being able to connect with friends and family members, relatives, that kind of thing. In the past, though, I've given up, like, oh, I'm going to give up, like, going to the movies. And so, whenever there's a movie coming out that I do, I would not go to it, and I would take that money, and I put it in there, and I was donated to someone to go on, like, a mission trip. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with that as a Protestant. I don't think by doing that you're adhering to papal tradition that you are not supposed to do, or you're adding anything to sacred writ. I think it's something that it's beneficial to do. So let's take out the fact that Catholics are doing it if you're not a fan of Catholics, or even if you're not a Christian. Let's take out the fact that it's a Christian thing. Say, what's something from your life that there's nothing wrong with, but that you could do without for a little bit? That's kind of a struggle. And what can you do to remove that? And then how can you take that time and energy, the money that you were spending on that, and channel it towards something even better? So if you're not a Christian, let's say, hey, I watched too much, I spent too much money at Starbucks. Well, take that money, donate that money to a charity that's beneficial. That's something you support and whatnot. Oh, well, I have dessert too much. I'm going to give up dessert. Cool. We'll take the money you would have spent take the time that you would have spent preparing the dessert, whatever, use it towards bettering yourself. Oh, I spent too much time watching TV. Give up TV for 40 days. Give up video games, whatever. You don't have to do it. You don't have to spend the time getting closer to God. It's just an opportunity and an excuse to be able to kind of do that. So, because of this, I won't be able to deal as much on my Facebook, but you can always tweet me I changed up my thing because misspelling the name was difficult, and so it's St. Theosaurus Rex. So Theosaurus Rex is spelled correctly, but I added this St for St. Theosaurus Rex. Thought about doing St. Rex, thought about doing St. Theosaurus, but I like spelling it out. But I like the St instead. So you can tweet me there. Pretty active on there. I got banned by Rachel Held Evans. I don't know what exactly I did. I only answer honest questions or point people to the Bible. So I don't know. Who knows? So I guess I will end with a couple questions. Is there anything that y'all do? Is there any time that you take away where you may give up something for a little bit? Let's say it's not Lent. Let's just say it's something, a lot of people will diet and use that excuse. But is there anything that you've given up, or have you ever thought about before? If not, how do you think? What do you think about the idea of giving up something there's nothing wrong with it, but just for a time, not to do it so you can spend that time to better yourself? Heck, some people might be addicted to exercise. Don't exercise for a little bit. Spend the time working on your inside, your emotional health, your brain health, instead of just your physical health. Of course, if it's because some people are a little excessive with it, but whatever. Anyway, so I am glad to be back in the saddle and doing this, and I think that's pretty much it. Definitely, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to get back to things, and this is a really short one, so I will talk to y'all later on. Remember, my Twitter is @ST St. Theosaurus Rex. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.